Hello and welcome back to the Dune Minute Podcast, your place to dive deep, minute by minute, into the cinematic adaptation of Frank Herbert's world of Dune. I am one of your hosts, Zach.
And I'm John.
And we are back on this wonderful Sunday for us, John.
Yeah, dude. All right, so like
Beautiful
30 minutes before you got here, I went out and got some lunch or whatever, and like it's hot out. Yeah, It's the summer in Georgia. What do you expect? But like it was a windows down car drive.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very nice out. There's like those nice puffy clouds in the sky.
Cumulus clouds.
Those ones?
Yeah.
Yep. You fucking nerd. And it's a gorgeous day.
Nice. It is. It is very good. I'm going to go get some outside sun time after this. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
The listeners will never know this, but we are back after a little bit of a vacation.
They'll know this because when we were recording last week, we said right off the top that we were recording 10 in a row.
Okay, so, see, I've already forgotten. That was so long ago.
I remember that. But yeah, last week we took a weekend off. I had some other life things to attend to, so we're back.
It feels good to be back.
It's a sense of my weekly routine is back again. It's Sunday. We're not recording on a Saturday like we were on the 4th of July weekend. I just edited those episodes last night, so like those ones are fresh in my head. So
man, we're back to normal.
Yeah.
This week of minutes is really anything but normal.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, we'll get into it. But we are, of course, talking about minute 100 through 101.
Woo! Woo! We celebrated 100 episodes last time we were recording. But.
Yeah. And it starts off with pounding sand, man.
Yeah.
It's aggressively hitting the sand.
Aggressively. But before we start talking about this episode, I want to talk about something tangentially related.
Okay.
As of the time of recording this, we're between birthdays.
Okay.
And I got this mostly for me.
Well, technically, if it's not on your birthday, you're between birthdays.
All right. Between our birthdays.
That's true. Our birthdays
are very close to each other.
2 weeks apart, yeah.
Yeah. I got this mostly for me, but also got this partially for you, but also intended to get this as a wrap present, but it got here on my birthday, and I was like, fuck it, like, we're just going to do this weekend. So, I have something very special, and a note that comes along with it.
Because this is a audio format.
Audio format. I just grabbed a Ziploc baggie.
It's got a powder of some sort in it.
No, there's no powder, but I want you to look through these very carefully.
Okay.
And you may want to hold them up to the light, and I'm going to read this note while you're looking through them.
Okay.
Dear John and Zach, as a fellow fan of Dune, I applaud you for your intricate, enticing, and passionate podcasts. I hope you both enjoy these genuine IMAX 70mm frames.
What the fuck?
One from I hope you both enjoyed these genuine IMAX 70mm frames from one of very few prints of Dune Part 2.
Holy shit.
Although the film may not have been shot on IMAX cameras in its entirety, there's no denying the strong impression an IMAX experience has from screen to the impact in modern cinema. Your listening audience is always welcome to my web store, and we are free to use a 15% discount on any film sales from any movie that they may like. Just have them know where they came from.
This is fucking amazing.
Don't ever be a stranger. We would love to catch up more in the future. Wishing you both the best. Ben from A Shot in the Dark 70mm. So, full disclosure.
Holy fuck, dude. I'm sorry. I keep interjecting. This is fucking awesome.
Full disclosure, this is not sponsored. I found these and I bought them myself.
Okay.
But Ben from A Shot in the Dark 70mm, shotinthedark70mm.com, is offering film cells from IMAX prints of Dune Part 2 and a bunch of Nolan films. He's got Oppenheimer cells. He's got Tenet cells. He's got Interstellar cells. There's some Dark Knight cells, I think, that are still on the site. Like,
oh, cool.
Genuine prints.
Yeah.
And I found this and I was like, fuck, dude. Like,
are they in a particular order?
No, they're not in any particular order, but there's a couple that he had from the site that are still in transit because they're coming from the UK.
Okay.
But he was telling me that anyone that's listening to this that may be interested in picking up a few cells for themselves can just shoot them an email, let them know that they're coming from the Dune Minute, and it's a 15% discount.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you.
So you and I will have to go through and...
custody battle.
Yeah, custody battle these. There are some that you are absolutely not getting.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, we'll custody battle these after we're done recording today.
That's amazing, man. That's really, 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 really cool. And they come... Each of them has like their own like plastic sleeve on it, so you're not touching the film directly.
Yep.
Super cool. Okay. I'm looking forward to this. That is an awesome, awesome thing.
Yeah. It, like I said, originally was meant to be a wrap present for this season of the podcast, but I couldn't wait. So
Understood.
Also, I didn't want to like start buying all of the framing for him, and you'd just be like, "The fuck is this?"
So I was thinking, like, so as you were talking, I was taking some up and I was holding them up against the window here, and they are crystal clear. I mean, obviously they're film cells, they're IMAX film cells.
Yeah.
That's really cool. This would look really, really good on some kind of light box.
Dude, I'm gonna after we're done with this, I want to show you Ben's setup that he has for his collection. It's awesome.
Nice.
There's one in particular in here though that I'm saving for me.
Who's getting the dunk? The very first one, the dunk.
The dunk? Oh, brother, I am. So, I don't know if you started at the top or the bottom with the
or the top or that side, the other side.
So I have one of the cells right in my hand right now of Vladimir's like entrance with that transition from the color to the infrared.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got so many in here. There's some that like I definitely want you to have. Like there's some of like Gurney Halleck and stuff like that. But yeah,
that's awesome.
There's a ton of really cool ones in here. So I've got one of just like the most smug Vladimir face. There's a lot of cool shit in here, and like it makes me a little sad once again that we don't get the full IMAX framing at home because there's so much cool shit that you don't see. But yeah, wanted to start this week off with that. And Ada is upstairs screaming right now. So,
well, that's really cool, man. What an awesome thing. And shout out to Ben at Shot in the Dark 70mm for hooking up the 15% discount for anyone coming from the podcast. That's super cool as well. And we
once again, not sponsored.
No, we don't.
I spent a fuckload of money on these.
I mean, we don't get kickbacks from that either. No, but that's just a really cool thing for him to do.
He's awesome. A Dune fan. I told him about the podcast when we were emailing about what frames and everything I wanted, and he checked out the podcast. He likes what we do, and
nice.
We have a small but mighty audience, and
that's very true.
I think y'all should at the very least go check his website out because he's got some interstellar cells that are just
cool.
fucking holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I don't know how to get back into the episode after that, man.
Sorry, man.
That's super rad. Thank you. I know it was mostly for you, but also a little bit for me. So
it was I mean, it wasn't entirely for me, but it was definitely mostly for me. I don't remember how I found. I think I found his site through like the Dune Discord, where like he just made a post about Shot in the Dark 70mm, and I was like, all right, well, I'll go check it out, and I was like, holy fuck.
That's really, really rad, man.
Yeah.
I think these minutes are really rad too.
Yeah. Once again, talking about minute 100 through minute 101.
Yes. And it starts off with the Maker Keeper continuing her pounding sand.
Yep.
This reminds me of the like the monks, like the Buddhist monks or Shaolin. I don't know. I'm getting my monks wrong. I know here, but they will.
There's so many monks. What about Monk from the TV show Monk?
One of my favorite monks. I did genuinely enjoy that show.
It was a fun show.
Yeah, my cousin was one of the villains on one of those episodes.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I forget which one. I mean, I remember which cousin. I remember. I don't remember which episode.
Were you the one?
But it looks like one of those, like the exercises that they do where they're literally just punching sand to build up like a fist strength.
Yeah. Well, she's open palm slapping the sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we get that nice drum sand sound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is a very small space, so like that must be the most uniform sand.
Well, this is the only depiction of drum sand that actually makes sense. All the other times we've seen it where it's on like the side of a dune or something like that.
Yeah. We've never seen like flat.
Yeah, well, I guess when Paul and Jessica are running and they hit it in the first movie, that would make sense there because that was a flat plane.
No, they were on I think they were on the top of a dune.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. I just remember we've had the comment of drum sand shouldn't exist on this angle before. So it actually makes sense here.
Yeah, that's fair.
So on the second hit of this minute, we got some. We ended last minute with some hits on the sand. On the second hit of this minute, I guess that would be like the third or fourth total hit.
Yeah.
We get the worm appears at the just rushing straight at her.
The worm grew legs and started running.
Just wriggling right at her.
Yeah, no, it just like it fucking books it and just leaps right out of the sand,
Yeah.
and she like grabs it right behind the mouth. I
I
want to
said-
say by the neck,
Well,
but
that's what
where
I-
does the neck end and the body start if you're a worm? So
That's what I put. I put a neck question mark in my notes. Yeah, I think it's safe to say neck here.
yeah, enough of the neck that anyone would realistically be like, okay, yeah, I get where you're grabbing it.
If it were wearing a tie, she grabbed it where it would wear the tie.
Okay, but question: how would Shai Hulud wear pants? Would it be one long pant, or would it be one pant that only covers the bottom half of the body?
I'm gonna be on the one long pant team here.
Okay.
But a little bit down, a little bit south of where the neck tie
Yeah,
would,
of
would
course.
go.
Yeah. So it's mouth, tie, shirt.
Well, I mean, depends on the occasion.
Yeah, and then pant.
Yeah, belt
Single
and,
pant.
belt and single pant.
Yeah,
Belt and single
belt to keep it on. All right, we're wasting time.
But so as soon as she grabs it, it like wraps all the way around her.
Yeah.
And when we see the full length of the worm, this thing's got to be like 10, 12 feet long. Because she's okay. First off, this Maker Keeper is not a large person.
No.
She's short in stature, but the worm wraps itself around her like maybe twice, 2.5 times.
2.5 times
Yeah.
or so.
So I'm gauging it to be about 8 feet at the minimum, 12 feet at the max.
I think your 10 to 12 is
Yeah.
pretty on par.
Yeah. And she like pulls the mouth down, and so she's like staring down the barrel of this worm, and she's like making some clicking sounds. And
Not unlike the sounds that I make when I'm trying to, wrestle one of my cats into submission so I can clip their nails.
So, well, before we go on too much further, I love we get another minute of showing hole. Love that.
This is a spiky hole.
Yes, the world's worst fleshlight.
Oh. The Shai Halussi.
The Shia Lucy is back. Yeah, and so we get all the tiny little teeth too, which look like hairs almost here. They don't look like the big sharp, or I mean they look sharp, but they don't look like the big teeth that we see in the larger worms, obviously because it's a very small worm.
Yeah.
But it also looks like they're a lot more flexible than
As we learned last week, very young
yes.
worm.
It looks
No
like they're a lot
specific
more
age, but-
yeah, looks like they're a lot more flexible these teeth than the larger worms we've seen. Her clicks that she's making are basically mimicking the sounds that the worm is making.
Yeah.
So when we've seen the really big, larger worms, we've got that real guttural, like, yeah. The tiny worm is basically doing that, but since it is tiny, it's just a kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's within the range that the human voice can mimic that. And it seems to be what she's doing, and it like almost calms it down, or puts it in like a trance-like state. I liken
Yeah.
this to like a snake charmer. I'm sure there's a better term for that, but like playing the flute or playing the whatever instrument, and the snake kind of becomes mesmerized by it. You see that in like movies and shit. I don't think that. I'm not sure if that happens in real life or not. But so while this worm is like wrapped around her and she's calming it down with her clicks, she slowly walks out of the pit and into another pit.
Yeah.
Now this one notably full of water, not sand.
I think it's the outside of the Cistern of Souls, the only time that we've seen like still water.
Yeah.
At least since we left Caladan.
I would have to agree, because we don't get the water cellars. We would have seen water there. We don't get the cisterns in the palace. We don't get Jessica's arboretum. Yeah,
Well, okay, we do get the gardens where Moheim received the debrief from Margot Fenring, but like that's
Well-
not on.
I thought you were talking about on Arrakis.
Well, I'm just thinking of like other places where we've seen like water. I think
Yeah, we've seen.
Kitane was the only other place that we've seen it.
Yeah, because we've seen some like flowers in the waters and whatnot.
Yeah.
Probably for the best, because this worm does not enjoy the water.
She like dips the water's or the worm's like mouth into the water, and Jessica like kind of steps out from the shadows a
Yeah.
little bit here too. But yeah, she dips the worm like face first into the water, and it doesn't react for like 2 or 3 seconds. And then it just starts like spasming out,
Yep.
drowning. I mean, that's what it's doing, right?
Yeah,
And
she's like whispering a prayer as this is happening.
yeah, well, like as it stops moving, she like mutters something in Chakobsa under her breath, and
Yeah.
then it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, after a few seconds of being under the water, it fucking dies. And then I couldn't exactly figure out how to describe this with words. So I said the mouth herniates.
I said the mouth inverts
Okay.
on itself and like
It just-
basically explodes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very
It's not.
it's like the mouth just like prolapsed.
Which is such a
It's gross.
gross way of describing it, but I have no other way to describe
Right.
what's happening here.
Right.
So
And,
now that we've got that done and out of the way,
and a tiny little bubble of air comes out bloop, to let you know that it has drowned.
Yep.
That's the classic sign. And the Maker Keeper reaches down and like sticks this long fucking needle into the prolapsed mouth of the baby worm.
and it is a fucking big needle.
There's
too.
another boba straw of a needle. And as she's inserting this needle into the prolapsed mouth, that's where our minute ends.
Yep.
So weird one, but a
Yeah.
very, very good one. Now, we don't get this in the books. We get them explaining that, you know, what they do, or like where the water of life comes from. Like, yes, we have little tiny worms. They're not mature. We kill them. We get the water
Yep.
in so many words. But we do not get it written out in detail like this at all. So I thought this was a really cool portrayal of it. Not the first time this has been portrayed on film. The 2000 miniseries definitely did it. And they did it in a pretty similar fashion, I believe, except they flood their sand pit
Yeah.
versus taking into a second pit.
No secondary locations.
No secondary locations there. They're getting it done in one. So that's a little bit of a difference, but you know the themes are the same.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they did it in the 84 Lynch.
I don't think they did.
I don't, you've seen it more than I have, and if it's not coming up for you, then I'm guessing they didn't do it.
No, I don't think so.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on which cut of 84 Lynch, because like there's all the fan made cuts, and like maybe there's some stuff that I don't know. I'm not an 84 Lynch expert.
That's true. So yeah, I think that's going to be one of the very, very few book comparisons that I have for this week, because it's just not a lot. Not a lot to pull from in the book area. At least 1-to-1. We'll have some like tangential stuff, but
Sure. I'm sure there's some tangential stuff with like a few episodes from now when we are
sure.
not in the Maker Temple.
Well, it's like, we'll talk about this more towards the end of the week, but we're getting into like this back third of the movie, back half, back third, whatever you want to call it. And this is really where it starts to deviate from source material.
Yeah.
And I know we've gone off about this before, so
we will continue to do so, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I'll keep this one brief. Like, they're hitting points in the story as they happen in the books, but we're about to take some big departures about how we get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a little foreshadowing. That's all I got, man, for this week. Anything for Martin Soul? For today, I should say.
So for today's stuff, it's mostly just, pictures of the rail system that we talked about for having the worm, traveling under the sand. Mm-hmm. And they talked a little bit about, the conversation about, okay, how are we going to portray this whole thing? Ultimately, they decided that the old ways are the best ways, and we're going to go practical. They show pictures. There's like a picture of like 4 or 5 of these worms just all stacked on top of each other. Because they had different worms for different purposes. There was one that was designed with like a wire and like motors inside to do the wrapping motion around the Maker Keeper. There were worms that had like hooks that the props folks could like have these sticks on to help like do the underwater drowning motions with and everything. So there were like a bunch of different worms that were made for different parts. But yeah, they look like they're 3 to 4 meters long.
Yeah.
So.
All right, cool. Well, take us away.
As always, you can find the Dune Minute online. We are on Blue Sky at duneminute.com, and you can email duneminute@gmail.com as well. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode, and we will see you then.
See ya.